Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in last episode we had the second round of the playoffs and we managed to beat the San Jose Sharks and our former goaltender Tobias Hines in a 5-game series, and now we're up here in the conference finals against the Germans, who we've never played before, but they have been doing pretty well, 8-3 in this postseason, and they also finished above us in terms of the standings. As you can see, they finished 47, 21, 12, and 2. So just barely a bit higher than us by like 2 wins. So should be a pretty even series. They were 8-2 going into the playoffs though. So hopefully they're bound for like a losing streak, because they've been basically 16-5 since like the last 10 games of the regular season and including the playoffs. So they're kind of a dangerous team, but they do have an injury for a few games, so hopefully we can take advantage of that early on and win this series. So here we go. Game number 1 of the conference finals against the Germans in Germany. Jeez, that was a tongue thing for us. Good job, boys. Forsberg and Keefe continuing what the Anderson, who at this point in time, if it was filled, Anderson would have been playing actually for the 2000, so I think he would have been with. Still 2-0. Good job, boys. Ross Carter, third period underway. God damn it. The players from Zetterberg the puck, because they're kind of dangerous rounds. Take both games 3. So Pozo scores and Finger scores, so that's the 4th, I think. Shots are 13-10. Oh my god. 5-3 now. What the hell? So they scored 3 goals in, but we get 2 as well. Drury and Carter's 3 minutes. And we are going to lock it period. Ross Carter actually bounced back completely in that period. I think he made like 15 saves in that third period alone. So thank you, Ross Carter, again for doing what you do best. And Finger from McCardle, Drury from Gerbeshkov and Keefe, and Galchenyuk from Finger and Forsberg. Goals, Finger, an assist, and Ryland Keefe, the third star, 2 assists. Ryland Keefe is such a good passer though, like I think he puts up so much more assists and goals, which is nice to have when you have like guys that could shoot the puck really well. So 10-3 so far in this playoffs. Hopefully we could win games on home ice. Now if we could win this game on home ice, we have a good shot for 3rd or 4th time being there. I don't even remember now. First period of game 3 on home ice, and we're up 2-0, so I guess the jet lag might have got it to Germany, as we're up 2-0 after 1 Strubik and Gerbeshkov score. Hopefully we can continue this into the second period. We're being outshot 14-8, so good period again from Ross Carter. Second period, still 2-0. Good job, Ross Carter. 27 saves throughout 2 periods. We only have 14 shots, so we need to get a bit more offense going, because they're kind of struggling on that front right now. Third period underway. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Ross Carter's just lights out. We're getting a lot of chances on this power play, but we don't score on it. Power play for them, and we kill it off, and they managed to break Carter's shutout. But Peter Forsberg answered back, and we're up 3. Finals, and we are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. So Strubik from Keefe and Drury, Gerbeshkov from Keefe and Drury, Forsberg from Ulnov and Galchenyuk, and Finger from DiPietro and Forsberg. So yeah, Keefe and Drury continuing to throw some good passes, it seems like. So Carter gets first star with 35 saves, Forsberg the second star with 2 points, and Drury the third star. Apologize for that, because yeah, my computer looked like it had like a lag spike, so I don't know if it was from that or not. Hopefully it recorded audio fine, but if not, sorry about that. So let's get into game number 4. Can we Germans and move on to the finals? Go quicker. First period, and it's Walker who's been one of the second period. And points and whatnot. Can we lock this down and get to the Stanley Cup Finals? I mean, Forsberg's only got the lift one Stanley Cup, technically, because the other time around he was injured when we won the Stanley Cup, I think. I don't even remember how much cups we've won now, to be honest. I think we've won 2. Yeah, I think we've won 2. And we're headed back to that Stanley Cup Finals as Chris Drury gets another one late, and we win that game 4-1, and we are cruising into the Stanley Cup Finals. Jeez. Yeah, this team just does not stop with their offense. So Galchenyuk from Zubov and Forsberg, Forsberg from McArdle, Zubov, Forsberg from Zubov and McArdle again, and Drury from Keefe and Gerbeshkov. 3 stars in that game for 3 points, Zubov with 3 points, and McArdle with 2 points. And it was also a pretty good game from Ross Carter, so honorable mention there. So we're 12-3 and headed into the Stanley Cup Finals. So we've only played 15 games to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, which is pretty crazy. Which is looking like currently Pittsburgh, which is a team we've already played before in the postseason, in the finals. But that was like, I don't remember how much seasons ago, maybe 5 almost. So Forsberg, Drury, and Keefe all 19 points in 15 games, which is ridiculous. And then Gerbeshkov's got 18 points, Galchenyuk 14 points, 11 and 10 points for Zubov and Strublik, and then everybody else is 5 and below, but this entire team is playing up to a very good effort in the postseason. Laddie still has no points, but I'm okay with that. And in goaltending, Ross Carter has been a brick as well, 1.6 goals against average, a .945 save percentage, 3 shutouts, and a 12-3 record. No assists so far for him in the playoffs, which is kind of surprising because he's more of a goalie that could make plays for the team. I'll be playing Pittsburgh for the second time in the Stanley Cup Finals. Or are we going to be playing Buffalo? Oh, it's going to a Game 7, and it's going to be the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we're having a rematch of... What year was that we faced them? I'm thinking 2026, maybe, or 2025. I'll probably look at this after this video, but... Yeah, we're playing Pittsburgh again. That's kind of surprising that they've managed to make the Stanley Cup again because they lost Jan. Was last offseason or was the year before? So, yeah, Pittsburgh must have a very good young team. Let's see. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Alexis Lafreniere. Looking for that first Stanley Cup still at 28 years old. He's playing with Jan Bulis on the top line. Our former player, actually, I think. We had him for like a few years. And Ilya Radulov, who... Wasn't he a high-up pick? Yeah, of the Czech Republic. Second line, they got Brennan Primo. Damn, Keith Primo in Pittsburgh. That's really wrong for Flyers fans. And Robert Tarnstrom. Third line, Jacina. Matt Cullen is back in Pittsburgh. Jeez. That's actually kind of funny, Matt Cullen being in Pittsburgh, because he started off this in Anaheim, and now he made his way all the way to Pittsburgh like he did in real life. And Pittsburgh actually won the Stanley Cup in real life in like 2009, so this was the year before this, technically. So they could actually potentially win a Stanley Cup close to the time they actually did. They also got Alexei Morozov still on that third line, which is kind of ridiculous. Fourth line, Groshek, Hurt, and Poulin. Hey, they drafted Samuel Poulin like in real life. Oh, no, they didn't. Phoenix did. But they have Samuel Poulin like they do in real life. Interesting. Defensively, they have Finley and Barrett Jackman's over there now. Interesting. Merrick Malik and Silas Teal. And in the third line, Darius Kasparite is still playing around. And Brad Brown. Goalie-wise, Robert Mueller, the former German goaltender who passed away in real life. He's hell is that. This might be a cheese team because look at this. 26-30-1, 11 ties, 8 shutouts, and 9-17 and a 2.53 in the regular season. And then it goes to the playoffs, and this guy is literally 12-5-1 with 7 shutouts. So he's got 7 shutouts and 12 wins. A 950 save percentage and a 1.55. Like, he's been really good, actually, in terms of being a playoff goaltender. Yikes. Like, he's doing better than Ross Carter at the moment. And then they also have UC McKella, who was actually decent during the regular season, and he hasn't really played much in the playoffs, but it looks like Pittsburgh's a really good defensive team. Scratch-wise, actually injury-wise, they got Domingue. So the third straight team we've had, actually all 4 teams we've faced, I think, have had an injury problem, if I'm not mistaken, or at least 3 of the 4. So this guy's out, I don't know how long, and then also Javon Tyrell. But overall wise, hopefully we can win. We definitely have the better goalie still. But then again, who knows about Mueller, because Mueller's just lights out recently. So let's see, Pittsburgh, how long is that guy out for? Hopefully out the entire round. Pending evaluation, so he recently got injured, which means he's probably out at least 3 days, I'd assume. So anyways, guys, mode. So in next episode, we will take it to the Stanley Cup Finals against the Pittsburgh Penguins for the second time in, I think it was, I'm going to just say 6 or 7 years. So anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.